Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and please allow me to observe all protocols and say Happy International Women's Day to all of us. International Women's Day is celebrated every year, but this year I find the theme very, very apt, because for many years we have done advocacy. For many years we have sensitized. For many years we have built capacities of women and girls. We have also supported women and girls to go into politics in Nigeria. We have supported women to be part and parcel of the political activities of Nigeria. However, that has all not yet translated into three fundamental things. First is that equal opportunity to be Nigerian citizens, to enjoy equal opportunities to education, equal opportunities and responsibilities in peace building, equal and probably the best of opportunities to contribute to the development of Nigeria. And why do we have that? First, and which is all over the world, is about the index of education. For this to happen, for women to be given quality, or rather to be able to put up quality participation in the development of Nigeria, education is a non-negotiable. Our daughters must go to school. Fathers must work to give their daughters the equal and the right opportunity to quality education. Women must also rise up, organize at every level of their lives to be part of what is in their immediate and remote environments. People say, what opportunities are you looking at? You are our mothers. They patronize us. You are our mothers. You are our sisters. But would you treat your mother the way you would treat your wife? Would you have your wife slapped, not appreciated? Or rather, would you have your mother not appreciated or slapped? Your wife is another person's mother, and your mother is another person's wife. So if you see her only as a woman dignified by God, created to support humanity, then her status does not matter. What matters most is what quality of life she is given by education, what protection she enjoys from domestic violence, from exclusion in the decisions that affect her life, and most importantly, her capacity to contribute to her environment and to her country. We keep saying women's political participation, women's inclusion. These are two inseparable words. As far as Nigeria is concerned, women's participation is registered and acknowledged. Women make more than 60% of the voters on polling days. Women defy all the odds of weather and health to be at polling booths, and they throw in ballots for the political parties of their choices. But even that choice has limitations. Some women have to vote for the party or for the candidate of their husbands. And the beauty of the theme of 2021 International Women's Day is that choice to challenge what we see as normal, to challenge what we see as inhibiting, stopping us from being where we should be, stopping us from giving what we should give to our country. That choice to challenge the norm or to challenge the stereotypes that govern our lives. We don't intend with that slogan to tip the tables or to turn the tables. We will not scatter table, but we'll arrange it in such a manner that everybody, men, women, youth, persons with disabilities, and all vulnerable persons have the right to equal opportunity to contribute and to be in leadership positions and even on the tables that decide what life they lead. We choose to challenge exclusion. We choose to challenge tokenism. What we have in Nigeria today are women are ministers, women are Minister of Finance, women. But that's not enough. Numbers matter. Quantity and quality, as the Nigerian comedian Jaguar would say. He wants quantity, not quality. Nigerian women are quality. It is given. Wherever a Nigerian woman is serving today, just look by your right or your left. It's quality. So what we really are after is quantity. And when we get quantity, we expect to be held accountable. We are not just asking for numbers, because numbers mean a lot. Yeah. If we get numbers, we know it puts a responsibility on us to perform and to ensure that those coming behind us are justified to ask for more numbers. So we choose to challenge tokenism. I choose to challenge tokenism. And how do we see that? We ask for changes in social and policy constructs, such that it becomes a given in a family that when a decision is being made, the girl or the woman of the family has a voice. When her community decides where to locate a well or where to locate a school, she is considered a part of that decision, because a well is where they all go to fetch water. It should be within safety limits. She doesn't get waylaid, she doesn't get harassed, and she will come back and have time to bath herself with that same water, because the history and the statistics we have show that a lot of women fetch water, but they never get enough to take their bath. So we must find ways by the social constructs around us to change them. Nobody is asking for positive cultures to go away. We choose to challenge negative culture. Negative culture that we know we don't want to apply to our daughters, but we allow it to be applied to the daughters. The elites in this country must wake up. What affects the women at the lower rung of society does not affect them, but they take the decisions for these women, and we challenge them. I choose to challenge them, to put themselves in the shoes of those people who are below. I once had the privilege in 2007 to address faith and culture leaders. And we were then talking about the adoption of the African Union Protocol on the Rights of Women by Nigeria. And in 2003, the Maputo Protocol came into force. And we were trying to get it domesticated in Nigeria. At that meeting, where I had over 80 clerics from Muslim and Christian faith, including traditional religion, we asked them, supposing you leave Lokoja, where we were having the meeting, and you go back and you find that armed robbers had come into your house and raped your wife, would you help her get the morning treatment so that she does not have a pregnancy from an armed robber? Would you be willing to bring up an armed robber's child? Where does it end for an armed robber's child? What would you do to avoid it? And a lot of them rejected the notion. God forbid, they said, I beg, don't say that. Yes, it is possible. Because when it happens to you, only then does it become an issue. What I'm asking you is to choose, make a choice of those rights, of those privileges being the right of everybody, especially vulnerable women and children. Peace is also an important thing. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Health, education, peace. And an educated woman is a guarantee to all of these three. An educated woman will know, even if you don't allow her to participate in the public space, she's still a good product in her home. Her health matters. When a woman has malaria, I think the whole family is having malaria. Food won't come on time. The children won't get ready in time. Of course, that's probably when you may want to start as a man thinking of, maybe I can help. But to what extent and for how long? So it is in our best interest that women are healthy, that women have access to health, that women have access to health information. It is also important that women are taken on board in peace-building activities. Women know where the shoe pinches. When the war comes, it is our husbands, it is our sons, it is our nieces and our neighbors that are the first victims. Unfortunately, we see even new trends. Peace for women is no longer just about their husbands dying. It is about them being taken as hostages. As we speak, over 2,000 Nigerian girls and boys are in the hands of bandits, terrorists, and so on. The Chibok girls remain a forgotten number. except that we choose to keep their memory alive. Leah Sharibu is still out there. The girls from Zamfara are still out there. The boys, some of the boys from Katsina State are still out there. How can mothers sleep when their children are out there in the hands of who they do not know? But when you involve them in peace, monitoring peace, peace is not the absence of war, as we all know. But peace begins from within our families. And if women have contributions to make, first is monitoring. Monitoring their sons and husbands. If your husband stays out late and you cannot account for his presence, you want to know. Probably he's contriving with somebody. If your son stays out late, maybe he or she, or rather he, is contriving. A woman will have that first-hand information, that first-hand capacity to know and to pull back her son and say, hey, 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 or to pull back her husband. She could actually get her son out of it, but her husband, she needs to persuade. She needs to persuade. But in the name of peace, there is no price. Every price can be paid for peace. And women and children are the worst affected by the absence of peace. So if we benefit, if we lose, it is to be a matter of the choices we make. If we choose to leave 50% of the beneficiaries of development, 50% of possible contributors to development, then we are shortchanging nobody but Nigeria and ourselves. I use the occasion of the 2021 International Women's Day slogan to ask all Nigerians to choose to protect women, to choose to educate women, to choose to challenge the social norms and constructs that exclude women from leadership, that exclude women from public spaces that they can make contributions. Nigeria is blessed. Nigeria is blessed by men and women, but also by women who have proven themselves across the world. Let Nigeria make a choice of giving its women and girls equal opportunity. Let Nigeria choose to challenge and to work hard to dislodge those social constructs that limit the capacity and the participation of women and girls in leadership and in the development of our country. And to all women across the world, happy International Women's Day. Thank you.